we have really a couple games ranging from like minor impact to major impact. And
Yep.
I'll just start with the Ravens and the Bengals, just because Joe Burrow just had his birthday. He seems in very good spirits. He can absolutely ruin Baltimore's season. And, Cincinnati's season is effectively over. But this team was good enough to take the Bills to the brink. And I think that they're more than good enough to boat race the Ravens in this one. So I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, I think that I said this on a radio show I was on this morning. I think the Bengals are the best team in the AFC North right now.
I know. That's what's crazy about it. Yeah.
It's like the wins and losses are the wins and losses, and you pay the price for the way you've played. But I objectively would look at this if I was one of the teams at the top of the bracket, and I would seriously say that would be the team I would fear the most of those three. Now, maybe that'll change. The Ravens could get their act together. I think, again, their offense has been their primary problem, and whether or not they can pull that out of the fire, we'll see. But the Bengals look like the best team, and are the Bengals favored?
Let me check. You keep
talking,
breaking it down.
Well, I look at the way Burrow is playing outside of the two picks, which again, that's one of those like how is the play otherwise Miss Lincoln situations. But like other than the two picks, he played really well against Buffalo in the snow. You know what
Ravens
I mean?
-3.
Okay, and he played really well against the Ravens before that. Like this is still one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football, and you won't move me off of that. And he did that, and he tore him up without T. Higgins out there, and Higgins is dealing with something again this week. But if he has both those guys, I don't think there's any reason to think like if the Bengals are locked in that they won't be able to push the Ravens back into deep water, if not completely drown them again, because they didn't just beat them. They manhandled them like the last play.
Yeah. Can you just imagine?
I mean, could they get an 8-9? We've played this game so many times with the Bengals, but you know what I mean? So it's probably time to stop.
Yeah, I think it's over.
But if they beat the Ravens, okay, now the Ravens have 8 losses, right? And now you have Miami, Arizona, Cleveland the rest of the way. Okay. The Ravens, meanwhile, have the Steelers. Hold on. Have the Steelers, the Patriots, the Packers. So this isn't impossible, Connor. Like it isn't.
Stop. No,
it isn't impossible.
Nope. That's I can't do it anymore. I truly can't.
This is like the Bengals Life Support Podcast.
The Bengals Life Support Podcast. That's great. Very quickly before we get going here, I mean, Zach Taylor at this point, I mean, is this an audition for him as well at this point, do you think?
You mean like that he could be gone?
Yeah.
I would be surprised just based on the history of that organization. Now, like, and I don't think, like, and I think if they were going to like make a change, would it be somebody they're familiar with, like a Vance Joseph? Would it be somebody Joe's familiar with, like a Joe Brady? I just don't think they're at that point yet. I mean, they've been without their quarterback for most of this year. They generally don't fire people there. Would it surprise you?
Well, so here's
the only thing that would make me think differently is like that they are feeling a ton of pressure to maximize Joe Burrow, and they know that eventually it could come to the point, and I think we all have this in the back of our head, like they need to make sure that this doesn't become a Matthew Stafford in Detroit situation,
And here's what Joe Burrow said yesterday, quote, "If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot and it's not fun. What am I doing it for?" Then he was asked whether it's difficult for him to have fun right now. He said, yes, certainly. Then he was asked whether this is football related or personally, and he said all of the above. He said, it's just a reflection on a lot of things I've done and been through in my career. I've been through more than most, and it's certainly not easy on the brain or the body. So I'm just trying to have fun doing it again. Now, you could say that he's referring mostly to injuries, but you could also say it's like, I'm sick of coming back into this lineup and the team is 5 games behind the 8 ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we, we went to a Super Bowl, for God's sakes.
Can you imagine like if he became available, like, holy crap,
I mean, you're looking at the Jets with 2 first-round picks in
the Rams.
Stop it. It's just like, come on.
Seriously, though.
I know.
They're going to have a freaking top 10 pick, Connor.
God. I don't think the Bengals would do it in this draft. I do think the next draft where you could get one of 4 really good quarterbacks. I think Cincinnati might think about it, but
yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That's its own podcast.